All right, everyone, welcome back into another NBA DFS video. We have a small 3-game slate that we're going to be breaking down here for you guys. Let's go ahead and get into it. So this is kind of a weird slate in the sense that it's going to be a 3-game slate, and we actually have a decent amount of injury news that we are still waiting on. So like if someone like Keontae George ends up sitting, that kind of makes the Utah versus Houston game less appealing, just in the sense that this is a game that's projected to be a blowout as it currently sits right now. And I think that's rooted in him probably sitting. And so if he does end up sitting, then we are looking at Collier a little bit. He'd become a little bit more appealing. Sensabaugh is a little bit more appealing. Cody Williams is already a little bit too cheap. I think he's someone we could be looking at as a value just in general. But then I do really already like the idea of getting to like Kyle Filipkowski there, but also Lloyd Markkanen into someone that could end up sitting. And if he ends up sitting, that does bring John Contra into play a little bit more so than he already currently is. And he's someone that I think would be fine just in general today, especially for a 3-game slate. But for Utah, I've been getting to Filipkowski a decent amount, whether it be in the power forward or center position. We go ahead and take a peek at another team here, guys, where it might not seem like much, but if Ty Jerome ends up sitting, this actually would create a bunch of value. So he's currently listed as questionable. He's already someone that has been pretty limited minutes wise in general, being capped at about 22 minutes. But if he were to end up sitting, that would, to me, make the slate much more appealing, because then we'd be looking at Scottie Pippen Jr. to, I think, be a great play just in general. And I'm a little bit surprised that there wasn't any sort of suspension talk for either him or Gardner, or, as I tweeted out, the ref that was involved in that play. I don't know if you guys saw it, but basically Scottie Pippen Jr. was shoved in the back and the ref didn't call anything. And so Scottie Pippen Jr. goes and shoves Gardner back. It was just a weird play. So assuming that he's going to be good to go in this game, I think he ends up being a great play at his price tag. And I would argue he's going to be motivated to play well here. If he ends up getting a little bit more run with Ty Jerome being out, he ends up being a stellar option. Now, that being said, I don't mind the idea of getting to Walter Clayton Jr., who, guys, he's been pretty poor shooting the basketball lately, and he's still been able to kind of hit value and exceed value. And so if he just has a normal day shooting, then we're going to like him much more. Like we see 1 for 6, 0 for 5, 1 for 3 from 3, 1 for 5 from 3. If he starts making some of those, he's going to be someone that obviously looks very good. GG Jackson is someone I think we should just be targeting in general here for Memphis. He's been going off. He should still continue to get the minutes, especially with them being thin center-wise. Now, I will say I was very disappointed to see Taylor Hendricks be terrible in his last game. He is someone that could easily bounce back. I don't hate the idea of chasing that. If Kyle Anderson is back tonight, maybe someone we could be looking at a little bit more. But yeah, guys, they're very thin there. And so Jackson is going to be probably one of the more appealing plays. Then we do have Prosper, who has been priced up, but probably still not priced up enough. I mean, if he's going to be someone that gets 26, 30, 25 minutes, and he's priced at 4.6, he should be someone that's going to be able to 5x. And if he gets more than the minutes that he's projected to get, he could easily 6x, 7x. And so he's also appealing to me. Jalen Wells, not a terrible play at his price tag. So those plays are all pretty darn appealing to me. Now, on the flip side of this, we do have the Kings, guys. The Kings, there's only 2 players that I like. That's going to be Keegan Murray. Keegan Murray, to me, is definitely too cheap. He's been going off recently. 3 out of his last 4 games, he's really crushed this price tag. And ends up in a very good matchup here against Memphis, a game that's supposed to be close and decently high scoring. So I love the idea of getting to Keegan Murray there. If we want to play him in the forward position, we can certainly do that. And then another player, guys, I like getting to Raynaud as well. Priced at 6.1. I would argue this is too cheap given the ceiling that he has. Again, 3 out of the last 4 games, he's been someone that's been able to go off as well. Gets a good matchup here tonight. I would assume he's going to be able to, kind of have another good game here as well. So those are the 2 that I want to get to the most. And I do like the idea of stacking that Memphis versus Kings game. That being said, the Spurs versus Detroit game is also a decently good game, guys. And it's the early game, so that kind of helps. Like, we don't have to worry about any of the DNPs. The issue that I have is I think everyone is basically correctly priced here. I do like the idea of getting to Cade Cunningham still with Isaiah Stewart being out. He's been someone that's been pretty darn productive recently, and so I do like Cade Cunningham. And then to close out the first look build, I have actually just ended up on Tobias Harris a decent amount. He is my prototypical shoulder shrug play where you're ending your builds literally like this, and you're in his pricing tier, and you're like, fine, that's fine, I'm okay with that. And that's really the kind of slate that we have here, guys. Now, if we were to zoom out, look at other 5.6 plays, I mean, maybe Clifford a little bit, maybe Thompson a little bit, but for the most part, I do like this build. I think it's a solid first look build. And then if we go ahead and take a peek at what the 9-to-5 lineup builders telling us are some of the top builds, a little bit different, but along the same theme. So it went with Walter Clayton Jr., as I mentioned, good play. Reed Shepherd, at least as value. I'm okay with that. Keegan Murray, Tobias Harris, Raynaud, Cade Cunningham, Jalen Wells, which again, I like that. And then Eamon Thompson, perfectly fine with that. So mostly in agreement. So that's going to be interesting here for this 3-game slate, but a quick and easy video here for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the coverage. If you did, you know what to do. Leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. If you guys would like access to that optimizer, make sure to head on over to 9to5sports.com, get access to that tool plus much more for a low monthly cost at $10 a month. Appreciate you guys being here. Good luck. And as always, let's keep cashing.